is human element an overlooked element by the security community, and what can we do about that?
If you look at insider threats, they have been around for literally 2,500 years. If you look at that, now we have all this technology that's overlaid, all of these different processes, right? Especially when you look at a lot of companies, there's so much complexity. I think recently it's also very easy to perpetrate this kind of attacks, because if you look at any of the social media, any of the online, sources of information, there's a lot of information about me. If you Google me, for instance, you can find where I live, ton of information, right? So attackers can use that to get me to accidentally or negligently give up information. But also, there's a lot of malicious, someone can be solicited to telegraph for instance, to kind of give up the credentials, right? So all examples are there. And I think it has taken off more recently because there's a significant motive, right? There's a lot of financial motive around these kind of attacks where threat actors can really make out big.
So it's almost been institutionalized by the threat actors. The technologies and the automation, especially with generative AI, has pushed essentially the productivity of this, attackers to the new level. And on the other hand, you have the situation of breaches.
When I first heard that stat like several years ago, I fell off my chair up, right? Because it's like, okay, does this actually invalidate all the things that I had been doing before? When I was a security practitioner, we spent most of our time protecting from the outside in. Like, how can we, strengthen our exterior perimeter, four walls, to make sure that the attackers don't get in? And that's where even now most of the investment goes in. But what the attackers are doing, and with the advent of Gen AI, it's actually made their lives easier, actually going after insiders within companies, because it's easier to get humans to make mistakes, use their access to basically get a much, much more stronger foothold into the enterprise. So that's where the game is